What's going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings season ended after the Vikings scored 9 points and the Rams had 9 sacks. Just fantastic. Now, obviously, a lot of those sacks were on Darnold hanging on to the ball too damn long. Kevin O'Connell calling plays that allowed Darnold to hold on to the ball too damn long, and the offensive line was not able to block things up. But the offensive line was a major issue, and so Kevin O'Connell, like Captain Positivity, he came as close to calling out the O-line or calling out a player as I think that he's physically capable of. Alec Lewis, the Athletic. O'Connell, we got to find a way to solidify the interior of the pocket. There could be 1,000 excuses made, but for me, it's the foundation of the interior of the pocket that we're going to have to take a long look at. Woo! That's as close to Kevin O'Connell throwing players under the bus as is possible. Now, we've said it for years. Basically, ever since Steve Hutchinson left in free agency. Do you know he played a year with the Titans? We have to get back to having the meats on the O-line, notably the interior offensive line, because that's how the modern NFL is structured. It's that quick penetration from the defense and the A and B gaps that you need to solidify. Otherwise, the quarterback gets pressure right in his face and the play is done. Dead, DOA. So having a solid center and 2 guards is paramount, and the Vikings basically need to blow up the entire offensive line. Only Darrisaw and O'Neal should be guaranteed to be back next year. Aside of like backups, right? Jurgens and Walter Rouse and all that stuff. Garrett Bradbury needs to finally go. Like, the Vikings need to cut bait. They shouldn't have extended him, and I don't know what it is. Like in 2022, hey, let's extend the center that's getting close to 30 that's coming off a bad back. Let's do that. Awesome. Also, the entire guard experiment this offseason, where it's just like, hey, we have 3 guards that could start. They all can't be bad. All 3 of them are bad. All right, so we reached that point. Ed Ingram, yes, he's heading into the last year of his rookie deal. I don't care. Reisner shouldn't be back for another year. They can get out from the Brando contract if they want to, or just have him be a high-paid backup. I don't know. But they have to do something about the interior offensive line. And also, they should consider different leadership at the O-line coach spot, because this year the Vikings offensive line, yes, there was injuries. Missing Darrisaw obviously sucked, but it was just bad all the way around. And I don't know, it's tough to explain away. 9 sacks and also 2 more against the Lions. It's just they weren't able to get things going consistently in the run game. They weren't able to protect Darnold. Darnold held on to the ball too damn long. Kevin O'Connell called plays where Darnold could hold on to the ball too damn long because the offensive line could block things up. Other than that, it was really good. And you always need a fall guy. Unfortunately, Chris Cooper might be it. All right. But, of course, the draft is a draft, and this is a pretty damn solid year for interior offensive line. It syncs up great. Interior offensive line, interior D-line, corner, running back. The Vikings' top 4 needs. The draft is pretty good. But, of course, no one trusts Kwesi to draft, as we've seen in the comments many, many times. So set that aside. Plus, the Vikings allegedly don't have a ton of draft picks as it is. Ideally, we'll get a third-round comp pick, so we'll have a 1, 3, 5, 5, and 7. Cool. Great. And also, there's other needs. So, since the Vikings are in a unique cap situation this time around, I think that Kwesi, just like this last offseason, where the Vikings brought in perhaps the greatest free agent class in NFL history, the Vikings need to go to the well again and hammer interior offensive line and spend whatever it takes. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, here's my crushes. Tevin Jenkins, coming off his rookie deal for the Bears, got attitude, size, and will not be pushed around. Ryan Kelly, a little bit older, but the veteran still has some very good mileage left on his tires, and he's a smart, cerebral center who, again, ain't going to be pushed around. And also Trey Smith, who's coming off his rookie deal with the Chiefs. Wanted him out of Tennessee a couple years ago, but he fell to the 6th round because there were some issues with lung clots, but no, he's good to go. He's one of the best guards in the game, and this is what the Vikings need to do. I do not care in the slightest that having Darrisaw, O'Neal, and these 3 jabronis, the Vikings will have by far the highest paid O-line in NFL history. I do not care. I do not care in the slightest, because you look at the Lions, you look at the Rams when they're healthy, you look at the Bills, you look at the Ravens, like some of the best offensive lines in the game. That's what you need this time of year, and the Vikings don't have it. And the Vikings don't. And if you're going to get at least one, Trey Smith needs to be 1-1. He's going to be the guy, right? And the Vikings do have $72 million in cap space, and also McCarthy's on his rookie deal, and you're not paying Darnold anymore, so you got all that cash. Spend it. Spend it where you need to on the offensive line. And PFF has Trey Smith as their number 2 free agent this offseason. Woo! Love to see that. Smith's 78.6 overall PFF grade currently ranks 9th among all guards in the NFL this season, and will still be only 25 years old when free agency opens next year. That's a good combination for a big payday. Give them multiple players at the position sign deals and or exceeding $20 million per year in 2024. Pay it. Pay it. I do not care in the slightest. Also, all 3 of these guys plus Darius and O'Neal, they're scheme agnostic. They can run outside zone. They can run man gap. They're solid in pass protection as well. And the Vikings, here's what they have to do for McCarthy. They have to build the biggest FU offensive line in the game to protect him and also to run the ball and make life a lot easier, right? The Vikings got to get nasty. They got to get serious about things because I swear to everything that's holy, we'll just run it back with Bradbury again, or maybe this year in the contract year, Ingram and Sepeda. No more half measures, no more pussyfooting around. Build that offensive line. All right, and since you don't have draft picks and people don't trust Kwesi draft anyway, and you have a unique spot with all the cap, throw it at the interior offensive line. Players want to be here. NFLPA survey, Vikings 1 and 2. Let's go. But, ay, Dios mío. All right. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Fix the O-line. Priority 1 this offseason. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.